go on to Hassan Imam, because I think the kryptonite, you said you need to go by 8 as well, right? So Hassan Imam, if I come to you, over to you, Hassan Imam. So you're a
Hi,
Muslim, British born, and you're from the Bangladeshi heritage. Yeah, over to you.
that's great. Hi, peace, salams, and shalom to everyone. I'm in Bangladesh at the moment. We're 6 hours ahead. I was actually in bed, but when I heard about this live stream, I quickly got up and got changed. So this will be my only contribution. I'm not going to stay on for long, so do forgive me. Um,
The
I
internet
want,
is better in Bangladesh. It's usually really shit when you're in UK. What is that saying? Oh my god.
I know. Well, Digital Bangladesh, the previous government who was ousted. They actually implemented Digital Bangladesh. But thank you. I will address the main topic, which is should Muslims leave the UK. But first of all, I'll address the Bondi Beach massacre. It was a terrorist attack. So first of all, Chanukah Sameach to our Jewish brothers and sisters, this festival of lights. And I think this is a very important reminder because Hanukkah has many sort of different meanings. I think the previous rabbis, when the 8 candles are lighted, the flames, they sort of were meant to interpret, or the Jews are meant to interpret messages from the flames. So a big message is the bravery that Judah, the Maccabee, had demonstrated in 167 BC when he fought, the Jewish army fought the Greco-Syrians and actually won against all odds. So it's about being brave and having faith against all odds. It's about observing the mitzvahs, of the Torah, the religious values. It's about not just having a internal spirituality, but having a positive effect outwards as well. Okay, and I think Brother Kid can actually verify that and expand on that. And it's about light against darkness. So what happened today? And in answer to the question posed by one of your commentators, Daniel Cleary, he asked the question, "Are you proud of what happened today?" Okay, so to answer that question, Muslims, well, definitely are not proud of that terrorist attack against the Jewish community on this important occasion of the Festival of Lights, where light is meant to overpower darkness. But I'm very proud of the fact that a Muslim risked his life to take down the terrorist. Okay, so that was a small example of light overpowering darkness, by a Muslim. And this is a stark example of the difference between a Muslim and an extremist. Now, coming back to the main question, and this is addressing one of the other commentators, Midnight Moses, who said quite a few things that Yasmin should really leave the UK, and moderate Muslims are sheep that protect the extremist wolves. And I've heard things like this before, that moderate Muslims are the grass that hide the snake. Well, I think moderate Muslims are starting, or they should mow the lawn, okay, and expose the snakes and take down the snakes. So yeah, Islam is definitely dead against terrorist attacks, and I think we as a community could do more to condemn the attacks. And I think the relative silence is the reason why a lot of non-Muslims are fearing Muslims generally. Okay, and some are starting to say that Muslims should leave the UK and go back to their countries because of that fear. It's largely our fault. We have not been doing the work. The dawah, the peaceful messaging that we should be. People are not seeing the contributions that Muslims are making to the UK. Um, Now, there was a time when, well, I did stand for Parliament in 2005, and I, inshallah, plan to stand for Parliament again. But if a lot of non-Muslims are starting to think that Muslims should not contribute to the UK, like Connor Tomlinson, who I would say is a potential Nick, the British version of Nick Fuentes. If he does get a lot of traction, he could well be that. He does not. He wants all Muslims out of the UK, and he certainly doesn't want any immigrants to take part in politics. So if there is an opinion, a majority opinion, non-Muslim opinion in the UK that says that Muslims should not participate in the UK politics and they should leave, then this is something I have to consider. I'm not going to say, oh, you're a racist. I have to consider that. Should I, as a Muslim, be standing for Parliament in a few years' time? if this is how non-Muslims think about us. So I think the message is we have to a lot more work to do as a Muslim community, and I hope generally that they do non-Muslims do see us as making positive contributions, as the Hindu community, Sikh community, Chinese communities, Jewish communities are seen as net contributors, and I hope we are perceived as that. The final question I would have generally, if this is something that the lovely Christian brother, I have respect for, Yeshua is truth. He did try to answer that question, but it's a question I do have generally. I'll put it out there, which is this: what do Muslims need to do differently so that we are seen as integrated in the UK and not seen as a threat that needs to be expelled from the UK? So that's the question I'll put out there. But again, brothers and sisters, it's really good to see you again. I'm going to go to sleep now because it is very late in Bangladesh. So peace and blessings to all of you, and as I say, Chanukah Sameach to our Jewish brothers and sisters. Thank you very much indeed.
Cool. I really do appreciate, Hassan, you coming on today, because I appreciate you're in Bangladesh. So thank you so much. I will remove you from the